All right, y'all, today starts a 4-part mini-series of how white folks can incorporate vocal work into their racial justice work. So the intersection of these two worlds is something that I've personally navigated for many years now and something that I actively work on in the groups that I facilitate and in the clients that I work with. How can we incorporate our God-given vessel, our voice, our instrument, into racial justice work? How can we be most of service? So I've broken this up into 4 parts, and the first one that we are going to look at is getting to know your own voice, getting to know the inside voice. So something that white supremacy is really great at is having us doubt our own intuition, having us doubt our own voice, our own say of things. So this comes out in a number of ways. This comes out in something that's called glottal fry that I'll do a demo of. It's so when people are talking here and then at the end of the sentence they go down here and they lose their breath support. Have you heard this? It's something that's really prevalent in a lot of podcasts. It's prevalent on radio. It's prevalent in mostly what I've seen, people who have been conditioned and, what's the word I'm looking for? Brought up as women. Societalized. That is not even a word, but I think y'all know what I mean. People who have been socialized. That's what I'm looking for. Socialized as women, especially use glottal fry. So why this relates to white supremacy is that it's an unpresencing of yourself. It's when you have a lack of breath support, that is what causes it at the end of your sentence, is that you're not using your breath. So that means that you're not tapping in to your lower areas. Now, what does white supremacy really encourage us? Encourages us to be up here in our heads. And something that gospel music, for example, encourages us. Something out of the Black church teaches us about singing, speaking, living, being from here, from the gut, from the womb, from the earth, from what's beneath you. I can go on and on about that, and I probably will in another video. But learning how to identify what is your voice, learning how to identify moments in yourself when you take your voice out of when you backtrack, when you unpresence, when you're not sure of your confidence, when you think you may be rocking the boat a little bit, right? When you go here, this is not where your breath is. That's not where your power is. So why are you speaking from that place? Because we've probably been conditioned, right? I understand. I have compassion for that. I've been there myself. What this requires is an active relationship with your voice, is a keen ear, is an attunement to yourself of identifying when you may slip into this. When you hear it, if you hear yourself doing it, stop and notice, okay, what thoughts just went through my head? What input did my sensory body receive to go into that response? In some ways, it is a trauma response. It's a, oh no, this isn't safe to be my full self, to bring my full power, so I'm going to be here, right? Because that keeps things in status quo. That keeps things where they are. That keeps things from moving forward. That keeps us all in the sheep herd mentality, right? It takes courage. It takes consciousness. And it takes an availability to spirit and faith in something greater than yourself to truly speak from your voice and from your power. And by power, I mean your presence. By power, I don't mean the unhealthy expressions of power that we have seen in the White House and these other places. I mean the genuine, true, grounded, earth level, womb, gut, space that we all have, that white supremacy likes to have us believe that we don't, because that's what keeps it in place. So, step 1 in this whole process is getting to know your own voice very intimately. Having time to identify when you may slip into an old habit that isn't serving you or any of us. Learning it through and through, having compassion for yourself, taking the time to be with those places that had those conditionings and externalize them and get them out, as I have been talking about in some of my other videos recently. Going there, getting your sounds out, right? How pissed off are you that the world is like it is right now? We can have hope. We do have hope. We do have faith. And to ignore the grief, to ignore the rage that is living in all of our bodies is not getting us anywhere. To go in, even for 2 minutes, to be like, ugh! That just exited. That just left. That is now being composted by Spirit, because Spirit knows exactly what to do with that. My body, this whole thing, that didn't need that. That didn't need to keep that sound in there. That isn't uplifting anybody, especially people of color. When we hold on to our own rage, our own shame, our own grief, all of that, and we don't prioritize getting it out so that we can be available for the work that is here for us to do. What are we doing? I'm on fire right now. Oh, Spirit is talking. So that is part 1. I'll be back in a minute with part 2. I'm going to be wearing the same clothes because I'm going to film this on the same day because I'm feeling the Spirit. But you may not see it till tomorrow. But step 1.